welcome to my channel. This is going to end up being my very first YouTube video ever. So I'm really excited about that. And I am going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palettes. Can I just take a moment to say, yes, Jaclyn, don't mind my nails, but yes, Jackie, yes. This is absolutely probably one of the most amazing palettes I have ever used. All right, so now I have done my brows and I also primed my eyelids with some concealer. So I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I believe it's called Silk Cream. So I'll go in with that on a Morphe M5. And I'm just gonna start putting that right above my crease. So now that that is blended in, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush because I'm going to do a cut crease today. I am going to go into this really pretty like greenish shade. Go in with a little bit of that on a Morphe E18. And I'm really just going to right above my crease, real gently with that. And this doesn't have to be super clean. It ends up looking a mess, that's okay. We're gonna clean it up anyways, so. All right, so I blended that green up just a little bit above my crease. And I am going to go back in with that Makeup Revolution concealer. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. And let's see here. And I'm going to carve out my crease with that. And I'm kind of feeling a little bit creative today, and I kind of want to do something with this blue. I don't know, I might be crazy for wanting to do that though. But I feel like it would be fun, because even though, no, I'm just gonna do it anyways. So I am going to take, this is just the brush that came in the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm gonna take the fluffy side, not the flat concealer side, but the other fluffy side, and I am going to go in with the shade Jada. Fix Plus. This is the Fix Plus Gold Light. I'm just gonna spray the other end of that Urban Decay J3Z brush on the thin concealer side. Just gonna spray that, get it nice and wet. And then I'm going to go in with the color Pool Party here in the corner. I just think that is absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with that, wet, make it nice and pigmented. I really want to use this Light Year shade in the Moon Dust palette. And I think I might put a little bit on the edge just because I want some more sparkle. So I don't know how well this is even gonna apply with a brush, but we'll try it. And like I said, this is my very first YouTube video, so I'm sorry about the lighting and the camera. Make do with what I got. But we are moving in 2 weeks now, so I'll hopefully try to work on a better setup and stuff like that for you guys, so you'll be able to see the eye makeup a little more. I have a big mirror in front of me, and I was thinking I was gonna put some string lights around it to try to brighten up my face a little bit. I'm gonna go in with Enlight, and I'm going to place that up on my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. I'll get real up close and personal with you guys. That is what we have going on. There's the green on the outside, Light Year from the Moon Dust palette. Someday I really want to play with this Galaxy color. Like I said, this is an old palette. I've had this forever. I don't know. I just never use it. So for the eyes, the top, we're pretty much done. I might pop on some lashes later, but I haven't decided yet. But for now, I'm gonna move on to my face. Well, for foundation, I'm gonna be using the YSL All Hours foundation in the shade B20 Ivory. This foundation is so nice. It sits on my skin so unbelievably beautiful. I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. I usually only need 2, and this foundation is so full coverage that works perfect. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe sponge. Just grab a little bit. So next I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C2, and I'm just gonna put that all over my under eye area. All right, so now that I have all that blended, I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX Translucent Powder, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of baking, not a ton, because my under eye area gets really, really dry if I do a ton of baking. So I just pick up a little bit of product with my sponge, and I just like to press this into the skin. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced bronzer in Sun Bunny. I just have the little sample size, but it works. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my Tarte blush palette. It's called Blush Bliss, I guess, this palette here. My favorite blush has been this shade right here. I'm gonna go in on a Morphe R10 blush brush. Well, I use it as a blush brush. I don't know if it's a blush brush, but just right on the apples of my cheeks. And drawing some attention. I'm gonna use the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I don't even know if they still sell this, but I hit pan a long time ago. This used to be, when I first got into makeup, this was like my only highlighter that I had. It was like the first expensive product that I ever bought. Finley's having a dream. You okay, puppy? I'm just gonna go in with that on my cheeks. Bam. lash line. I'm going to use that same Morphe E18 brush that we used to before we cut the crease. I'm gonna go in with the shade, okay, I know I can figure this out which shade it is. Okay, it's gotta be the shade Enchanted, because it's right in the middle. I just apparently am special and can't figure that out. I'm gonna go in with that really lightly because I don't want this to be super dark down here. But I'm just gonna go in on the outer edge with this color here. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M433, which is kind of like a fluffy blender brush, and just kind of buff that out a little bit. And I'm going to go in with this green shade here right next to it. It's the shimmery green shade called Diva. So we're gonna go in with that, and I'm gonna pop that on my lower lash line. And I'm going to put Obsessed right in my inner corner to brighten that up. I just want that as bright as possible. All right, there's that. I'm gonna add a little bit of black eyeliner on my waterline and pop on some mascara, and Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I wanted to pull my camera down just to give you a better view of what this eye makeup looks like. I am really happy with how it turned out. Actually, I feel like it's a little bit different and definitely out of my comfort zone, but I had fun with it. So I'm just going to finish my hair and then I will be out for the day because it's Friday. Happy Friday.